I'm here to tell you that it is definitely possible to get a random viral post, okay? Anybody can somehow get lucky and maybe they posted at the right time or it was a trending topic and their post goes viral. But do you really want that to be your brand strategy? That's not a brand strategy. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to plan out what are the elements of your content that are foul proof, guaranteed to help you drive traffic, get followers, and just build a loyal following, right? So a lot of people don't even bother making a strategy. They just start posting random things. Today I feel like posting this, so I'll post that. And then the next day it's something different. And how can you be taken seriously as a thought leader unless you have a very consistent, regular brand, right? So when I come to your channel or whatever, your website or that, I want to know what you do and I want it to be consistent. So this is our strategy time. We are going to talk about how to stay on brand and make sure that your content is really resonating with your audience. And it's not easy. I'm going to admit to you that sometimes I just randomly want to post something or share something. And, if I'm building a personal brand, that could actually harm my brand. People are like, wait a minute, what is this? Like, this has nothing to do with Krista's channel. So you have to sometimes make decisions, and maybe that means creating a separate account where you post stuff like that. And one of the solutions that you may even consider is a pen name. So if you're like me, you're a writer and you like to write a lot of stuff, sometimes you're like, the stuff that I want to write may not at all be related to what I do professionally, what I want to brand myself as. So then create a pen name and create a separate account, no problem, okay? So today we're going to focus on what you should be doing. So what do you want people to know about you is the first question. What is your expertise? That's super important. If you don't tell people up front what it is that you specialize in, how are they going to figure it out? I mean, I see all the time content that is telling me go to my website or go to my profile, and I'm like, if you can't just tell me what you do, there's no point, right? You're completely killing your brand. So I spoke with somebody today and they were saying, well, I like a little bit of mystery. It feels kind of like blah to just blurt out what I do. And I'm like, I get it. But at least, find a way that it doesn't feel like that. Find a way of telling people like I do. I mean, for me, it's straight up, I'm a product marketer. I help people market themselves so that they can get sales, right? And that includes personal branding, that includes sales funnels, that includes content. And yeah, it doesn't sound like so glamorous, maybe, but at least people know what I do when they come to my channel. And if they're not interested in those things, they can happily go somewhere else and find other content that they want to consume, right? So don't be too wrapped up in the mystery or sending people in circles to find out what you do. Just tell them, okay? Thank you. And the second thing is, what do you want people to feel? You have to understand that every single piece of content you post is going to evoke emotion in somebody, whether it's positive or negative. You're actually you have a tone, and what you say matters. So people will read it differently, that's for sure. So some people will read it in a certain tone, others will read it in a different tone. But you have to decide, how are you driving that tone? Always think about how you want people to feel. And the third one is, what do you want people to do? Because you've shared something in your video or your post that's so powerful, but you don't have anywhere to channel their energy. So the person is just like, let's say that, for example, you convince someone how important it is to have a personal brand, because that would be up my alley. And this person, watches your video or reads your post and like, oh my God, I've been so blind. I should have had a personal brand a long time ago. But because you don't have any call to action, any programs, any offers that you can give them, they're going to watch your video and then they're going to go out and do a Google search and hire somebody else. And it's so sad because you made that video that moved them, that really propelled them to do something about a problem. But in the end, you didn't capture them. So it's basically like you sent free traffic over to your competitors, right? And I hate to be the bad bearer of the news, but this is how it is. Okay. So you have to have a call to action. What do you want them to do after they watch the video or read the post?